Practice exercise 3, time speed distance. A boat covers 40 km upstream and 90 km downstream in 5 hours. It can also cover 60 km upstream and 60 km downstream in 5 hours. What is the speed of water current? Now, typically this question or this kind of question is solved in a very cumbersome manner by most of us. We will start by saying, let the speed of the boat be x kilometers per hour and the speed of the stream be y kilometers per hour. And speed we know is distance upon time, or time is distance upon speed. So boat doing 40 km upstream plus 90 km downstream. 40 km upstream means 40 upon x minus y plus 90 upon downstream. So x plus y should be equal to 5. Similarly, we will write the second equation as 60 upon x minus y plus 60 upon x plus y equal to 5. Now we have got two equations, two variables, we will start solving them. Get the answer? Most probably you will get the answer, but it's going to be extremely cumbersome and time consuming. Let us look at an alternate way of solving this question. Let me erase the slide so that we have some space. The data given to us is that upstream 40 kilometers plus downstream 60 kilometers, 90 kilometers takes 5 hours. Similarly, the other piece of information is that 60 kilometers upstream plus 60 kilometers upstream, 60 kilometers downstream and 60 kilometers upstream also takes us 5 hours. Okay. Let us look at both these equations, and I will try to cancel out data based on the two equations. Now let me multiply this equation with 1.5. If I multiply this equation with 1.5, I will get 40 into 1.5, 60 kilometers. So I can then say 60 kilometers upstream plus 90 into 1.5 is 135 plus 135 kilometers downstream can be covered in 5 into 1.5, 7.5 hours. I hope this is not an issue. All I have done is multiplied the distances and the time with 1.5. So 40 and 90 upstream downstream can be covered in 5 hours. Then 60 and 135 will be covered in 7.5 hours. And now let's just look at the second equation. The second equation is 60 kilometers upstream plus 60 kilometers downstream can be covered in 5 hours. All the gap between these two of 2.5 hours is on account of the extra 75 kilometers downstream. Or in other words, I can say downstream speed is 75 kilometers in 2.5 hours, or it will be equal to 30 kilometers per hour. So all I did was I looked at the two equations. I said, can I cancel out either the upstream or the downstream distance? Because if I can cancel out one of them, the other one will give me the speed in that direction. So here we have said that downstream speed is equal to 30 kilometers per hour. Now this time we have eliminated, or we have cancelled the upstream speeds. Let us, to get the downstream speed, let us now try to cancel the upstream speed. Now this time what I will do is, again I look at the first equation. 40 kilometers upstream plus 90 kilometers downstream is 5 hours. Multiply this second equation this time now with 1.5, because 60 into 1.5 is 90, which is what I want to cancel. So 60 into 1.5 is 90. 90 kilometers upstream plus 90 kilometers downstream should again take 1.5, so 7.5 hours. Or in other words, we can say the gap of 2.5 hours between these two is on account of 50 kilometers of upstream. Or we can say the upstream speed is nothing but 50 kilometers in 2.5 hours, which is equal to 20 kilometers per hour. So we know that the downstream speed is 30 kilometers per hour, upstream speed is 20 kilometers per hour, or the speed of water current should be 30 minus 20 upon 2, which is equal to 5. So the correct answer here is 5. If the question was what is the speed of the boat, the answer for speed of boat would be 30 plus 20 by 2, which is equal to 25. So speed of both is 25 kilometers per hour. Speed of the stream is 5 kilometers per hour. So such question, it is always useful to say when the data given to me for upstream downstream is there, let me just eliminate one of them to get the upstream speed and eliminate the other to get the downstream speed. Please go through this question again. There is an important question which can help you cut down significantly in terms of time required.